Step into the world of power, loyalty, and luck.
I'm gonna make him an offer he can't refuse.
With family, cannolis, and spins mean everything.
Now, you wanna get mixed up in the family business.
Introducing The Godfather at ChumbaCasino.com. Test your luck in the shadowy world of The Godfather slot.
Someday, I will call upon you to do a service for me.
Play The Godfather now at ChumbaCasino.com.
Welcome to the family.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
It's a beautiful day to be up and doing something that we need to be doing. Hey, y'all. It's Lovely J Podcast, Miss Coco Bowden. Man, that conversation last night was so good. I woke up thinking about it, and I saw these articles on about nursing homes and how they are different from hospitals and how the workload is different for CNAs and different nurses, you know. Very good information. Okay, I'm just plugging in a couple things. What I'm gonna be doing though is I got some cleaning and cooking to do, and y'all are gonna join me. And I'm gonna talk at the same time. I'm gonna talk about why women like me are still single. But before I get started on that, let me tell y'all what happened. I woke up and my head was shaved on one side. So the Invisibles got me again, and they made some parts of my body sore. But you know what? I'm going to keep going. And I just wanted to get that off my chest, off my head, so that I could get through the rest of my day. Now, having said that, I pray that these people... I pray that God convicts their heart and that they will stop doing things like this, because it does hurt me as a person to see that I spent months taking care of myself just to get back to myself, and to see people who don't want to see me be my natural, authentic self is just beyond me, to see the hate that is toward me. So, I saw my hair, and I'm not gonna lie, each time I wake up, it makes me feel some type of way, and I've had to learn how to not let it get to me though. But I still feel that, hey, it's my head, my body. Why are you altering things that are mine? You know, this is mine. This is what I was born with. And I worked hard trying out different products on my hair to see what worked, what didn't work. And then finally I found the products that worked for my hair, and they made my hair grow really fast, really thick. And it was just the most beautiful hair I've seen on me ever in my life. I've never seen my hair that beautiful in these last few months. I've seen hairstyles I wore that were pretty, but my hair itself, the texture and, you know, the hydration and all that, I've never seen the strength of protein coming through my hair like I did in these last few months. Well, it was good to have that hair and to wear those looks, but, you know, I just try to take care of what I got, and to wake up and see that, you know, one side of my hair it's shaved so far down that it's like literally looking at a bald person. On one side of my head, it's like it's cut all uneven, and these things, you know, it's just crazy. And I've been getting messages to be silent, and I'm like, silent about what? I mean, what you're doing to me is not silent. I mean, I'm going to go out in public looking like this with my hair cut uneven and looking half bald. I'm going to go out in public like that, because I'm not going to allow these people to shame me into being like, okay, I got to get a wig. Because if I get a wig, mind you, the reason why I really stopped wearing wigs was because I kept buying wigs. And before I knew I was a targeted individual, I was like, what's going on with my wigs? I can buy a wig one day, wear it only one time, and then the next time I go back to wear the wig was messed up. It was puffy. Sometimes the strings in it would be cut, and, you know, it wouldn't stay on my head because of how they they messed up the elastic in it and things, and then it was parts of the wig where they had thinned the wig out, sort of similar to the way they're doing my real hair. They would be thin the wig out in certain areas, and it just wouldn't look right. So I stopped buying wigs after I had about 8 or 9 wigs that was done like that back to back. I was like, something's wrong with my wigs. The straight hair wigs would come back real puffy. I brought like 5 wigs last year, no, the year before last, and in 2023. And those wigs, I wore them one time, and one of the wigs, I didn't get to wear it at all. All I did was try it on, and the next time I went back to get that wig, it was a totally different wig. It had been cut in areas. It was puffed up. It was tangled. And imagine everything that you see in a wig, that somebody that don't take care of a wig. That's how that wig looked. So I just, you know, I didn't wear it anymore, and I didn't wear it at all. I just left it alone. But that's why I had stopped buying wigs, and I had brought a hairpiece last year. I got to wear it one time. No, maybe 2 times. Maybe 2 times. I know it wasn't 3, but maybe 2 times I got to wear this hairpiece. It was a claw clip, pretty honey blonde, and somebody came in my home and stuck it in a bag. They wet it, and they stuck it in a bag, and it mildewed. It was so much mildew on it, like I don't know what they did in that bag. I don't know, because I was keeping it put up in the bag that it came in, and I think what they did was kept spraying water on it, or put water in there, knowing that I wasn't going to go right back to it, because usually I won't wear a wig or something, but back to back, I don't wear them when I'm home, just when I'm going out or taking pictures. I'm sorry for yawning, y'all. But anyway, I went to go wear that wig to church, wear that hairpiece to church, and the smell was so horrible, I never touched it again. I need to go see if it's still back there, but I never touched it again. But that's how far these people will go to humiliate you, to change how you look at life, and just really just try to make you feel like you're inadequate, everything you do is wrong, and to bring you down. They really want you to hurt yourself, and that's why they do what they do. Anyways, let's get started on this cooking thing. I got to clean off my stove first, and then I'm gonna go into cooking. I'm doing some cheeseburgers. But yeah, it's crazy how you could go to sleep, and I get drugged so much. I get drugged so much. And when I'm thinking about it, now that I think about things, my doctor made a comment one day. He said, "Oh, on all this, you must sleep all day." And I hadn't thought about it then, but I do sleep about all day. And I thought it was because if y'all hear me swallowing, I don't know what's going on. This is just the side effect of what happens after they drug me and things. I get up and it's like I be really dry when I wake up, and then this here is the result of it, and I can't help that. So if you don't like that, I don't know what to tell you. But yeah, I be druggy. I woke up late, and I don't know what the side effects is going to be of all this drugging on my body once it stops. I don't know what that side effect is going to be. Because as of right now, it's hard to wake up and be productive when you're constantly getting drugged. And then it messes in with my hours of rest, because I wake up. Sometimes I wake up 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Then I have to stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning, and then it's the same cycle. And I want to break that cycle. I don't. That shouldn't be my sleep pattern, my portion. I would rather get up at 5 o'clock in the morning and be productive than to be going to sleep at 5 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't done nothing but just lay there zoned out. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know. I've got to work on me a little more in that area. And I do blame them for some of it, because you can't sleep if you constantly hear the sonic sounds 24/7. They do everything to deprive me of my rest. Anyways, I want to get up right now, but my back is hurting, my legs is hurting. I don't know what they done, but things is hurting on me today. Okay, but let's go on to another topic. I think I spent enough time on that topic, and yeah, I did. I spent enough time on that. 10 minutes is enough, right? We don't want to hear about that all the time. We're not going to glorify those people for what they do. That's just my documentation for the day, so that when people hear my podcast, they'll know that I am what they call a targeted individual, and this is how my life goes. And so that's what my plus size grandma reality show was all about, and that's what Lovely J podcast is all about. By the way, I can't remember if I told y'all, but we are in the top 20 of podcasts, of plus size podcast. It's Speed Spot. I'm happy to say that, because I haven't seen, and I know we are. I know we are. I'm trying to get all my thoughts is running at one time. I know we are in the top 20, because I saw a difference in my analytics, and I was like, what? What's going on here? And I'm very thankful to FeedSpot for recognizing my plus size grandma reality show, which is now Lovely J podcast. They don't know that part, I don't think, but it has switched over to Lovely J podcast. And I thank them so much for thinking of us, because really we have had our ups and downs here on this podcast. But one thing we ain't shied away from is the plus size me. And that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Why women like me are still single. I'm plus size. I feel like I'm an attractive young lady. Well, I'm a middle-aged young lady. I'm 48 years old now, soon to be 49. Lord will, coming in August, and I'm still single. I've been single since my latter 30s, and I'm ready to date. I'm ready to get out there and, see who's out there. But the problem is, when I put myself out there, because I am a targeted individual, because that label is on me. I'm not saying that I am, but the label is attached to me. There are guys that will come to talk to me, but then they turn out to be these honeypots, where they just want to get information, or they want to, let me say, y'all hear me moving around, it's because I'm doing something. Because I got to get busy. They are honeypots, and what they do is they'll come just to figure out, things that I got going on. They're kind of like the national spy. That's what they remind me of. They come to spy on me, and then once they realize I catch on to what they're doing, they leave. And that's not right, to leave me like that. But they leave, and they don't get serious. And I don't want to be hidden in no dark no more. I'm so much better than that. Oh, I don't know what happened to my heel of my foot, y'all. And I never know. I know I'm jumping topic right now, but I never know what part of my body they mess with. and what part I'm not going to really be able to use until, until I drop the phone. Let me make sure y'all still on here. Until I start moving around. So the part of my foot today that is, part of my body today that has been affected is going to be the heel of my feet. Yeah, the heel of my feet is hurting really bad. It's hard to walk on it. But I got to get this done. And my back. Oh, my back. Oh, that hurts. I'm trying to walk, y'all, and it's really hurting bad. Really hurting bad. All right. So yeah, these honey pots come up and they have a form of, and they may really like me though, but once they are told about me, they go there. They don't really take me serious. Y'all, I am doing these burgers. But I'm ready to date. I just feel like it's not even got to do with my age, but because I already been through so much in life, I do know this about me, that I will speak up for myself. I think I'm more blunt now than I used to be. Before, I would let people take advantage of me and, gotta clean my stove off before I go any further. I would let people take advantage of me. Ooh, y'all give me a second. Like this, I got to spray this stuff on here. And it's got to sit for a little bit. Okay. So I would let people take advantage of me, these guys. I would let them, even though they wasn't bringing anything to the show, I would let them act as if they was and treat me as if they was. I've never been with a man where the man was like, okay, I want you to be my woman. I want to take care of you. I want to protect you. I want to keep you safe. I want to support you. Your hopes, your dreams. What are your dreams? What are your hopes? Your goals. I want to support you. And at the same time, I want you to be there with me. Just be the woman I need. I've never had that. That's like a fairy tale to me. I won't believe it exists until it happens to me. I mean, well, that was crazy. Hold up. I know it exists in some people, but to me, when it happens to me, that's when it will become real to me. But before then, I'm not gonna sit around and play with no man. I'm not about to be your mama. I'm not about to be chasing no baby mamas up and down the road, trying to find out where you at. And, I saw this one video where this man, he had went and spent the night with his baby mama because their son had some things going on. And when he came back, the girlfriend was like, well, I'm going to spend the night with my baby daddy. I don't want nothing like that. I don't want no tit for tat things. I need an emotionally mature man in my life. I don't care if you have a sense of humor and you can laugh and things, but appropriate laughing. Not laughing out of insanity, or some people laugh and they keep laughing because they're not mentally stable. or they about to do something stupid. Yeah, I don't need that kind of laughter in my life. But I want an honest, genuine laugh. That is, it means something was funny or something tickled them, I need to see in your eyes that you are the man for me, because I can look at your eyes and tell if you want me or not. Your eyes gonna tell a lot. And basically, it's just time for me to date. I think 14 years being single. Out of the 14 years, 10 years of that went towards a situationship that I can't even claim publicly. I can't even claim it publicly. So that was like another 10 years wasted that I could have been out there with the right man, the man that who would have claimed me publicly, and I could have claimed him publicly, instead of settling for the guy who kept me in the dark for 10 years.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
10 years? Yeah, 10 years in a situationship. I pretty much learned my lesson. I don't want to go back through no more situationships. I think this time going into looking at a relationship, because I'm still plus size. I'm still plus size. I don't want no man treating me just because my weight is where it's at and I have some disabilities. I don't want no man treating me like I'm less than because I'm plus size. And once I do get with a good man, I don't know if I'll even still be doing podcasts and things. I mean, I might do it every once in a while, but if I really found a man that's worth occupying my time, I'm gonna go with him. I'm not gonna be on here doing these talkings and things unless, I don't know though. I can't really say, because I really do love podcasts, and I love the things I do in radio ministry, gospel ministry. I love those things I do, but I do know that sometimes you got to sacrifice some things that you do. And I don't think it would be that bad though, because really podcasts, I can talk to you 10 minutes or I can talk to you 2 hours, so. But we'll see. But I just find it hard to find guys that are serious. And when I'm doing the dating lines, I'm on this Facebook dating line, and some of those guys are younger than me. They are like 10 years younger than me. And which I don't have no problem with that as far as the bedroom area goes, because you teach a young man to do what you want him to do. Okay? You can teach him who you are. Not hitting my cougar mode, but but young man, you could teach him some things, and that's just very dependent. Nothing wrong with a younger man, 10 years younger. I'm 48, which would mean he's like 38, getting ready to enter his 40s. Hopefully some maturity be kicked in, because that the last guy I was with, he was like 10 years younger than me. I think I was 38 or 37 and he was 27, 28. And we understood each other so well, but like I said, it was just a bunch going on there. Not going back to that. I almost did. I liked that relationship. It just it wasn't right though. Once I started learning all kind of things, I was like, oh no. No, baby, no, baby, no. All right, y'all, so I'm cleaning this stove. Lord, that gorilla song keeps playing on TikTok and you can't help but hear it. And I'm like, Lord, that song, it describes the kind of man I want. And But when you're looking for a good man, you gotta think outside of the bedroom. Yep, I said it. You gotta think outside of the bedroom because a man might have good bed skills and no manners. No manners at all. He might be good for cuddling, but not bringing around people. I don't like a flirty man that gotta flirt with everybody. That ain't right. Ooh, okay. So I got this stove cleaned out. Now today, y'all, let me tell you, I'm gonna be cooking in the Fabio Viviani pot, and that pot is pretty nice. I gotta clean it up. Got to wipe it up too. It's a nice pot. It holds a pound of spaghetti. Yep. Let me see here. Get that up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm ready to get out here and date. I don't want nobody's husband. I prefer to have a man that's never been married. I don't want no more men that's had a divorce. I want a man that's just for me. Just for me. If that be God will, that I just get a man that's just for me, because I don't want no man that's been married before. I have my reasons for that. My number one thing would be, are they gonna go back to the ex? Let's see. Got that done. Yeah, that would be my number one thing. Are they gonna run back to their ex-wife for this, ex-wife for that? Because some of them, they don't be leaving their exes completely. I know plenty of men who are still entangled with their exes. Ooh, I need that water. Y'all, my body is wrapping in pain today. I'm almost scared to walk on my foot because I feel something. I had to drink me some water. Whew. Let's see, what time is it? Working with the clock. I need to have my burgers on at least by 3 o'clock. Oh my God, it's 3 o'clock. Let me get back up. I just knew I was going to be able to sit for a minute. By the way, y'all, don't forget to check me out on TikTok, Jamie the Advocate. I have a showcase on there where you can get all kind of things, house goods, a lot of health and wellness products. And I can tell you, if you see a video on it and I said that I used it, and it works. So be sure to check that out, Jamie the Advocate. And go watch the videos of how the products work. I have dresses on there. I have some palazzo pants. Just thought I'd throw that in there while I'm catching my breath. Okay. And I have on there, it's these magnetic spice holders. You can get them on there for like $20 for a set of 4, and they are worth it. They are big. They hold a lot of stuff. I think I'm holding 2, 4, 6, maybe about 16 spices in just one rack. You know, like the Walmart size spices? Yeah, just one rack. All right, I'm going in here now to cook these burgers on the Fabio Viviani pan. That is also on there. I was going to roll this out and mix the seasoning in it. But I'm not, because I don't have the pan, a bowl or something that I really want. This is a deep saucepan. It's gonna hold probably around 4 regular size burgers. Yep. Yeah, 4 of these burgers. Get these on, and then I can go sit back down. I gotta do a video. I don't know. I just haven't had any luck though, plus size dating. Guys they want something that they can hit and quit. It's mostly sexual for them. Most of the guys I'm meeting they mostly looking for somebody they can have sex with and no strings attached. We too old for that now. We need people we can put on our emergency room forms in content. Emergency contact. If I can't put you down as an emergency contact, we shouldn't be having sex. We shouldn't even be having the conversation of sex, because you're not mature enough to even make me, get to know me really good. You're not mature enough. So why do you want a woman that you can have good sex with, but you're not mature enough to take care of this woman? Or if something should happen to her, you can't keep her safe because all you wanted was the booty. No, 2025, Miss Coco not doing that. And I will tell you this. You cannot have enough sex with a person to make them care about you if they don't. If they don't really care about you, they never really like you, you're never going to get it. All they want is to get what they can get, and that's it. And it's not you unless you want it to be you. It's not you. They just not matured yet, and they don't care to be settled down. But the next man I get, he got to be, when it comes down to having sexual relations, we got to be married. We can't even be flirting around with that topic because there's just no need of me pretending. I'm not going to pretend. And if you flirt with me in that way and you're not serious with me, that's a big turnoff for me now. At 48 years old, flirting with me and you're not serious about me, you're not serious about my health, my safety, I can't take you serious. So why should we be together? Why should you be out here trying to have sex with somebody you're not serious about? There was a statistic that came out about the people who have AIDS, these STDs in North Carolina. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up. I don't want to tell you nothing wrong.
It is Ryan Seacrest here. There was a recent social media trend which consisted of flying on a plane with no music, no movies, no entertainment. But a better trend would be going to ChumbaCasino.com. It's like having a mini social casino in your pocket. Chumba Casino has over 100 online casino-style games, all absolutely free. It's the most fun you can have online and on a plane. So grab your free welcome bonus now at ChumbaCasino.com. Sponsored by Chumba Casino.
No purchase necessary. VGW Group. Void where prohibited by law. 21 plus. Terms and conditions apply.
Let me see if it's going to give it to me for in 2020, in 2025. Hold up. I'm not saying you can't live a healthy life, but you're going to live a sickly life because of those diagnoses. Okay, so I'm not really pulling up what I want. It's pulling up stuff from like 2020 and 2023. I was hoping that maybe I could get some more recent data for 2025, but here's what I have for 2023. As of December 2023, December 31st, there were 37,490 people diagnosed and living with HIV in North Carolina. In 2023, 1,410 people were newly diagnosed with HIV with a rate of 15 per 100,000 adults. And that's a lot. Chlamydia, 65,000. Like 616 cases per 100,000 population. Gonorrhea, 26,000 people. Black African American persons were affected by gonorrhea with 64% in 2023. Syphilis, 100,000. Syphilis cases declined to 2,848 cases. But even though statistics, all of this is out there, this data is out here for us. We still got to make the right decisions about who we letting in and out of our life. And I just don't see myself being with men who can't be my emergency contact. I was with a man for 15 years, and that man was not my emergency contact. 15 years. And he wasn't my emergency contact. I don't know if y'all can hear me frying these hamburger in the background. But if you do, that's what I'm doing. Ooh, they look pretty. But yeah, that's why I'm saying, as a plus size woman, I want a man who is gonna take my life serious. You're not taking my life serious if you just want to lay down. Y'all, I gotta pause out a minute. Gotta pause out again. Give me a second to pause. Yeah. All right, I'm back. Not taking my life serious. That's crazy. But I want somebody that's gonna take me serious, and I think we get so desperate that's why we be settling for anybody. That desperation comes in, and then our natural urge to be with a man hits in. And when that natural urge hits, you know that we'll settle for anybody. We will settle for anybody when that natural urge to be with a man kicks in. I know there was times I had to put a few bags over some people's heads. I'm serious. I'm laughing, but I'm serious. I did. I didn't think they was attractive at all. But because that natural urge came, it came over me and it won. That temptation won. And in that time, they might have been so oogie woogly to, I didn't want to see their face, but I needed what they had. And I had what they needed. And we made it work. The bag thing was real. Had a bag. Put this over your head. I know. And that came from, I was around guys all the time, and a whole nother story. But anyway, that was in my younger days, not my 40s, not my upper 40s, not my 40s. That was probably like in my 20s and 30s. Like, I was ruthless like that. Anyways, I still think that I was beating myself up because I told this one guy, I did like him, but I told him, I said, I only want to be friends with benefits. I told him that on the first day, and he never let that go. He never let that go. So when he would see me, he only saw the benefit. So you got to be careful of how you speak to people on your first day. Because you got to understand, we got narcissists out here, and you tell them how you are on your first day, they're going to hold you to that. Oh, I thought you said you were such and such a thing. I thought you said that you wanted to be friends with benefits. Well, why did you tell me you wanted to be? After they done strung you on for all this time and you start getting these deep feelings, now all of a sudden you want a real man or a real woman. But the problem is, you already said you want to be friends with benefits, and that narcissist is locked in on that. So now when you try to get them to commit, they not going to commit because you already told them, and they don't want to commit no way. But that's their excuse of why they can't commit. So you gotta be careful how you speak to people on the first days of meeting them and telling them about yourself. And whatever you do, stop talking about your family. I was with another guy, and I wasn't talking bad about my family, but I was saying you gotta watch out for this one, for that. You gotta watch out for this one, for this and that. Just just giving the heads up is not a good idea. Sometimes it's better to let people find out who a person is for themselves, because you can be teaching them how to hurt you. And I do feel like that's what I did with the first two relationships I ever was, well, the first two serious relationships that I was in. I taught those men how to hurt me. I trained them how to hurt me. And how did I do that? Because I kept telling them, hold up a minute, y'all. My burgers are cooking. They're cooking fast. I'm not going to leave you hanging, but I do got to tend to what I'm doing here. Got to pay attention. Oh, why am I sweating? Yeah, I trained those guys exactly what to do. If they ever want to get out of a relationship with me, I told them how. You know what I said? I told them dudes, I said, don't go over there talking to them now. Because last time they slept with somebody I was trying to talk to. Here I was telling them about the family members who were bad about sleeping with people that they knew was in relationships, not knowing I was with a dog. And a dog will sleep with anybody. And what he do? Now he ended up sleeping with him. So I trained them how to hurt me. The more I said that, the worse I got. The worse treatment I got. I sure did. Yeah, I'm trying to move things around in here. Just bear with me. Here I am telling them, don't go over there talking to them. Oh, I don't go to my family member house because they bad about sleeping with people men. Next thing I know, there it was. Any relationship I had or really been in that I took serious, it was a family member who ended up with that guy. Yep. They ended up with the guy. And would come around me, smile in my face, and whole time, I didn't know any better. Oh, I better put you back in now. I didn't know I was talking too much. I should have had this conversation when I wasn't cooking, because I'm trying to concentrate on making the right amount of burgers, the right number of burgers. I need to make at least 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need to make at least 14 burgers. So that's why. And I'm out of breath too. I haven't felt like this in a long time. Congested. I'm going to get right back to y'all. Hold up. Whew. Let me sit down. Okay, so I'm back where I'm sitting down. I am out of breath. Okay, fun conversation that we're having here today on Lovely J Podcast. Don't forget to check out my TikTok shop, my showcase, Jamie the Advocate, where you can get all kind of summer supplies, clothing, shoes, kitchen supplies, household supplies, cleaning supplies, pots and pans. All right. Because I'm supposed to let y'all know that. That's why I had to say it. Now, back on topic. I was training these men to be with my family members. And I'm going to say family members because I ain't going to call out no names. Because if I start calling out names, it's like a list. A list of people who did something to me of that magnitude. Got to be careful what you say to them and about who you're saying it about, because most likely the person that you tell them to stay away from is going to be the person they run to whenever you start getting out of control, or you may not even realize it, but they might already know each other. That was a case I had too. I had no idea. The one I was with for 15 years, come to find out, and nobody told me, but he dated my aunt. He dated my aunt. And I didn't know until I was like with him for about 10 years. About that 10th year. Well, actually, it wasn't the 10th year. I'm going to tell you when it was. It was the last year of our relationship when it really came out that he dated her. And got where he was going to her house and things around the end. And the whole time, I was suspicious of it, and I was asking, I was like, "You used to date her? You need to tell me the truth." And he swore up and down he didn't used to date her, just like he swore up and down that he wasn't married and that he was divorced. And I thought he was divorced from one lady. Find out this guy been married 3 times, and the last time he wasn't even divorced. See, so that's why I don't want nobody else. Man, I don't need no other woman coming up saying, well, he was mine first. I don't want to go through that again. Painful, humiliating, and you don't have a choice. Because you can say all you want to say, talk all the junk you want to talk, but the reality is that woman man. That's her man. If they still married, that's her man. Even if they don't live together, that's still her man. Until they get a divorce, that's her man. So when I found out that the guy I was with for 15 years, he was still married, I looked stupid because this woman came back out of prison and she said I couldn't get my man. And I'm like, huh? And I'm sitting in this other room. We're not going to go through that today, but that's why I'm saying that the man I don't want him to be married before, because it's not going to work. Because somewhere in the back of my mind, and I can't give a benefit of the doubt because I'm not willing to put me on the line again. Somewhere in the back of my mind, I'm going to be thinking that this guy's woman is going to come, his ex-wife is going to come back and say, I come back to get my husband. And what if it's a scenario where, and I know I'm forethinking here, but where he only got with me as a rebound because she left him, but then when she wants him back, he leaves me to go to her, and it's just a bouncing back and forth thing. I don't want to get caught up in any drama like that. I feel like I don't need no stupid drama in my life that's concerning men and women. I don't need no jealousy relationships. That's something I'm not willing to do again. Become obsessed with you. Don't expect me to become obsessed with you, because I've been hurt so much to the point where obsession is not my portion. I'm not going to do it. I don't want to be, you know what? When you become obsessed and jealous with somebody, you can't love them properly. A jealous man can't love a woman properly. Somebody tell me I'm telling the truth. A jealous man cannot love you properly. It might look cute in public, but when you get home, it's a different story. It's a whole different story when you get home. Ooh, these burgers are looking good. I had to get up, y'all. Come turn them. Yeah, that's a whole different story when you get it home. How that jealous man treats you. So I can't do that either. And you know what people say? Because my standards are so high that chances are I'm probably gonna remain single. And that's a lie. Because there's somebody out there that can meet me. They can meet me not half the way, but all the way. Because there's somebody out there traveling the same journey I'm on. They don't want a jealous woman. They done been there, done that. Jealous woman done hurt them before. Done jumped on him before. Done embarrassed him at his family house before. You know, he don't want that either. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. Just making sure my burger count's coming out right. I probably could add a little more meat to some of these burgers. I was a jealous woman before. And look, I got 5 more minutes to talk to y'all here. I was a jealous woman before. And I was so jealous. I didn't realize I was jealous. But sometimes when you're around family members will hold you to a standard that they don't even hold themselves to. They'll tell you not to do something, not to date somebody, but then you see them doing it. And that is, it's double standards. It's wishy-washy. It's two-facing. I was told, had to get that right. I was told not to date certain guys, but then I would turn around and my family members would date them. And the same ones that are either my family members' children were dating them, but they didn't tell them like they told me. So see, getting this man thing and getting back to the man in my life, he got to meet those godly qualifications for me. I can't see myself being with someone who think they're a thug or they think that they still young. It's okay to have your inner self. Your inner young self is a beautiful thing. But if you acting like a 17-year-old and having tantrums like a 2-year-old and you going on 60 or 50 years old, I don't want that. You can keep that. That's not for me. If you a jealous man and a woman can't even breathe around you, I understand you protecting me. But if you're not protecting me and you pretending to be jealous just because you want to hide what you're doing, I don't want that type of relationship either. If you got to keep me in the dark, talking about, well, let's wait and see how things go, that let me know you got somebody already in your life too. That's not going to work for me this time. I'm not going to wait around for somebody to tell me, well, just wait a minute. I was talking to this one guy, butterball looking guy. One that he was all that, but I need to stop saying that. Okay. But in all honesty, I was talking to him because I felt like at first he was a nice guy. And then I started realizing he was having these swings about himself. And then he comes up and he starts talking to me about another lady and about what him and the other lady doing. And I'm like, wait a minute, I don't want to hear that. I thought you were here to talk to me. I'm not your counselor. I'm not finna play counselor to nobody. That's something I won't be doing. I won't be sitting around waiting on you to tell me about what you and your old lady doing or who was supposed to be your old lady. No, I will not wait on that again either. You need a therapist? Go hire one. You're not dumping all your stuff on me and we're not even a couple. Oh, I need some water. Y'all, we're gonna have to continue this conversation the right way. Because with me cooking back and forth, it's not going the way I wanted it to go. And maybe I can write out some things that I really want to talk about when it comes down, and my concerns when it comes down to me getting back out there dating. And some of my other women and men who are over 45 getting out there dating. 40, when you turn 40, you begin to play a lot harder. But then as you start to ease out of your 40s, reality sets in that, hey, I am getting older. Maybe I do need to start, looking into settling down, or at least being in more social environments. Because it ain't even that you got to settle down, or you don't even have to be married to be social. But you want to make sure that you're maintaining a healthy social life. And that's one of the things, too, that I'm getting back into is my maintenance of my social life. Just trying to get a feel back out there of how people are now versus how they was in 2022 or 2020 before the pandemic. Now, before the pandemic, you could talk to everybody, anybody, anywhere. And these people were happy to talk to you all night because some people just wanted somebody to talk to on the phone. But now it's like, now people have so many fetishes that they're not ashamed of anymore. And it's dangerous. It's dangerous to be talking to people and you don't know what's going through their head. All right, y'all. Peace, love, and happiness. Don't forget to check me out, Jamie the Advocate, on the TikTok app. I have a showcase where you can go to my showcase that's located near my bio, and you can shop anything you want. Some of the items are free shipping, and a lot of items right now are on sale. So go check it out. Until next time, you've been listening to Lovely J Podcast with Miss Coco.